Welcome back, YouTube. It is Psycho here, and today I am here with another video. I know that I haven't really made a video in God knows how long, and hopefully YouTube will actually push this video out to an audience, but today's video is going to be the start of hopefully the rebirth of the channel. And what better way to talk about what better way, God, I can't even talk. What better way to even start the channel rebirth back than by talking about the 2021 tip-off that's going to happen in the NBA. But of course, before we even get into the details of what the video is about, please consider hitting the subscribe button for more content. I'm gonna try and at least upload 3 times a week, maybe even more. I might even try just uploading whenever I really want to, and hopefully that kind of works out for me. I don't really know, but yeah, hit subscribe, also hit like, and let's just get on with the topic of the day. I just realized I said today instead of the day. That's my bad. So the NBA just pretty much released their schedule on what the first week of the season is going to be looking like, and I'm not going to lie to you. Looking at it, it looks pretty good, and I really like a lot of the matchups that we're getting, especially within the first 4 days of the season, which is pretty wild in my opinion. I'm going to be looking up and down at the camera because I have to look at my monitor to see what the matchups are specifically, but to pretty much sum it up, we have Nets versus Bucks, we have Warriors versus Lakers, we have Celtics versus Knicks, Suns versus the Nuggets. I don't remember why I didn't remember what their name was. The Mavs and the Hawks, the Clippers and the Warriors, the Nets and the Sixers, and the Suns and the Lakers. And honestly, a lot of these matchups are a lot of playoff matchups, and I mean, some of them might be, some of them might not be, but I mean, I still think it's going to be a pretty entertaining start to the season. Starting off with Nets versus Bucks, this is going to basically be an Eastern Conference semifinal matchup where PJ Tucker is not going to be the one guarding KD, but Giannis is. I think this is actually going to be a very entertaining matchup just because we have the champs in the Bucks who will be getting their rings in front of the Nets, who should have been the ones getting the rings, but unfortunately, because of injury, they did not get a ring, and they didn't get past Giannis, obviously. Hopefully this year that they do. I don't really know. But I think it's going to be entertaining to basically see Giannis and KD kind of go at it again. Obviously, KD is probably the best player in the league. Comment that down below if you guys think that. I don't really know. Because with LeBron kind of being on the decline and KD kind of just not looking like he's slowing down, KD might be that dude at the top at the end of the season. Who really knows? And then we have Warriors versus Lakers. We have Steph Curry versus his 2 sons, and LeBron James and Russell Westbrook. I can't why did I say that? I don't really know, but I mean it's just kind of funny just thinking about that. I don't know. Everyone knows the memes, the jokes. Steph Curry is LeBron's dad, like that one dude said one time. It's all fun and games. I mean, I really can't wait to see Steph and Clay back on the court. And Russell Westbrook, as much as I am a Lakers fan, I don't know if he really fits this team, and this is really going to be, aside from the preseason, our first time really seeing him in a Laker uniform, and hopefully he can really blend with the team. I don't really know if he's going to be great for the team, because sometimes he can be a bonehead of a playmaker, and LeBron doesn't really need that, especially now that he's getting older. Hopefully, if LeBron and AD somehow just get injured, he's just basically going to carry the game, kind of like he did in OKC, because that man is just somehow an Iron Man, plays through injury, which he really shouldn't, especially when the other 2 players on this team are really injury prone. So I don't really know how much of that's going to work out for the Lakers, but hopefully, I mean, it works out decently. I'm just praying right now, honestly. And then Wednesday, the day after the first day of the season, we have the Celtics and Knicks, and we have the Nuggets and Suns. Personally, I honestly did not expect the Celtics and Knicks originally when I looked at this to be a very entertaining game. But now that I think about it, this is Kemba Walker's revenge game, because Kemba Walker got tossed by the Celtics over to OKC, and then all of a sudden from OKC getting bought out and going all the way to New York, where he's from. And I mean, this could be the game that kind of elevates him to like, hey, maybe you shouldn't have gotten rid of me. Although they did free up, well, I wouldn't say they freed up. They pretty much, well, they freed themselves from a contract that was kind of unstable because of how injury prone he was. But at the same time, they have a point guard in Dennis Schroeder, but after how he performed in the playoffs, is this a guy that you really want running? I don't know who's going to run the one, if it's going to be him or Marcus Smart or even Peyton Pritchard, the rookie, well, I guess second-year player now. But I think it's going to be entertaining to kind of see these 2 go out, and now the more that I think about the whole Kemba thing. Looking at the Nuggets and Suns, I don't really know how much I'm going to be entertained by this just because Jamal Murray's not going to be there. I mean, yeah, it's a rematch of the semifinals, the West semifinals from last year, but how entertaining is this really going to be? I mean, yeah, Jokic is the MVP from last year, and I really like Jokic. I was voting for him to get MVP last year, actually, but without Jamal Murray, how much of a matchup is this really going to be? I just hope that the Nuggets can keep this competitive. I think that Michael Porter Jr. and just pretty much Jokic, I guess Michael Porter Jr., Jokic, Aaron Gordon, Monte Morris, I hope that they can keep this game entertaining, because I know that they got blown. They got completely swept last year by the Suns. I'm just hoping that the Nuggets, or at least Jokic, can pretty much put up a decent bid against the Suns, because I mean, the Suns were in the finals for a reason last year. Mind you, there were a lot of injuries, and still even right now they're gonna be facing an injured Denver team, but without Jamal Murray. But I just hope that, you know, something great comes out of this. Then on Thursday, we have the Mavs and Hawks and Clippers and Warriors games. The Mavs and Hawks, I think, is going to be entertaining, because for some reason, everyone wants to compare Luka and Trae Young just because they were traded for each other on draft night. Stop with the comparisons. Luka is Luka, Trae Young is Trae Young. There's no point to compare them. They're both great. They're both young stars, both rising young stars that have been making it to the playoffs, or at least they made it to the playoffs. The Hawks made it to the playoffs, and Luka's been carrying the Mavs despite the fact that Porzingis should be a lot better than he should be, but for some reason, he just wants to be a 7-2, 7-3 shooting guard. It's okay. Doesn't matter, but I think it's going to be entertaining. Luka and Trae Young are friends. Just leave it at that. They're both great players. That's all that needs to be said about them, honestly. The Clippers and Warriors match, I mean, it's kind of weird that they're playing at the Chase Center instead of at the Staples Center when the Warriors are going to be visiting the Lakers. It doesn't really make any sense to me. They should just stay in LA and face the Clippers there, but I'm not the dude in charge of the NBA schedule. I don't really know what to say about this matchup other than the fact that Paul George is going to be the guy. I'm really excited for Keon Johnson because he's their rookie. He was kind of a steal of the draft for them, especially because they didn't even have a pick and they traded for him. They no longer have Rondo. They don't have Pat Bev, so Pat Bev can't really beef with Steph Curry anymore. They have Bledsoe, which that was a questionable move, if I'm being honest with you. I don't really know what to say about this game. It's just gonna be every other game, I guess. And on Friday, we have the Nets and Sixers and Suns and Lakers. To be honest with you, the Nets and Sixers matchup, I don't really know how I feel about it, just because of the fact that we don't know if Ben Simmons wants to play. He might pull a Jimmy Butler where he's like, I'm not playing, or like, I guess a Trevor Ariza or Andre Iguodala. I don't really know. It's kind of weird comparing those guys to Ben Simmons because he's kind of, I guess, right now a better player than both of those guys. You could argue about that in the comment section, but I mean, hopefully Ben Simmons shows up, and by shows up, I mean to the game. I don't know if he's going to show up on the offensive side because he was kind of, I guess, exposed in the playoffs, or at least a lot of recency bias points towards him being a bad offensive player because he won't take jump shots, he won't do this, he won't do that. But I mean, if he goes there, he plays defense against KD or Kyrie or Harden or whoever the hell he's going to guard. I don't really care. Just do your damn job. Get assists. Hopefully, all the summer work that he's been putting in with Rondo is paying off, and he actually shoots a damn jumper, because I don't care about the three-point shot. I just want you to shoot a mid-range. Shoot something. Shoot anything. Just don't shoot yourself in the foot, man. That's all I'm asking for. And last but not least, the last matchup that they've revealed so far for the tip-off is pretty much going to be the Suns and Lakers matchup, which is a first-round matchup from last year, or I guess technically a few months ago, because of the way the season kind of worked out. And hopefully the Lakers are healthy. And Russell Westbrook is going to go up against Chris Paul, which is funny because they were traded for each other, and now they're both on different teams than the teams that they were traded on. I don't know. Hopefully we just see an entertaining matchup, because last time the Lakers basically weren't healthy in the first round matchup against the Suns, and hopefully this will be their payback for last year. And I guess this is going to be like kind of a calling card for a lot of the LeBron James haters, being like, oh, we're not washed, even though he might get beaten by Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green in the first game that they play, which is going to be on opening night. I don't really know, but I think we have a very entertaining schedule coming up for the first, I guess, 4 days of the NBA season. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the opening schedule, or your thoughts, opinions. Do you think Ben Simmons is going to show up? Are the Lakers going to get beaten down by LeBron and Westbrook's dad, aka Steph Curry? What do you guys think is going to happen? Was Kemba going to have his revenge tour game, I guess? I don't know if you want to call it revenge tour. It's more of just like his revenge game against the Celtics. Wow, dyslexia just kicking in right there. I don't know. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Please like the video if you like the content that you see, and hopefully I'm going to be maintaining a more consistent uploading schedule. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, I will catch you guys whatever, I guess. I don't really know how to end the video. Okay, bye.